So I declare the meeting for the October Ordinary Council meeting open. Disclaimer, members of the public, let me go back and welcome our councillors, particularly our two new councillors for their first Ordinary Council meeting, to staff and also members of the public that are in the gallery and those that are online, so welcome. Disclaimer, members of the public are advised that recommendations to council contained within this agenda can be subject to change. Applicants and other interested parties should refrain from taking any action until written advice is received, confirming council's decision with respect to any particular issue. Any statement or insinuation of approval regarding any planning or development application made during an ordinary council meeting is not to be taken as notice of approval. Anyone who has an application lodged with the Shire must obtain and should only rely on written confirmation of the outcome of the application and any conditions attached to the decision made by council. Council members and the community are reminded that should an exemption resolution be passed, which is not happening this evening, however I'll still read this out, this has the effect of making the decision to accept the officer's recommendation as stated in the agenda as the council's decision without change. An audio and visual record will be made by means of live streaming of these proceedings and uploaded to the Shire's YouTube page for viewing. Acknowledgement of country. The Shire of Harvey acknowledges the traditional custodians of the land and their continuing connection to the land, water and community. We pay our respects to all members of the Aboriginal communities and their cultures and to elders and emerging elders, both past and present. Procedural motion. I put forward that Council suspend Standing Orders Part 8, Clause 8.5. Members to indicate their intention to speak and to rise when speaking, to allow members to remain seated when speaking in order to improve the quality of the audio recording of the meeting. Do I have a seconder for that? Councillor Coleman, thank you. I'll put that one to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 7-0. Thank you. We'll move to record of apologies and leave of absence. I have a request here from Councillor Bromman, who has requested to attend the Tuesday 28th of October 2025 Ordinary Council meeting electronically. In accordance with Regulation 14C2B of the Local Government Administration Regulations 1996, the Shire President, that being me, has approved this request, and I'm satisfied that the location from which the member intends to attend the meeting and the equipment that the member intends to use to attend the meeting is suitable for the member to be able to effectively engage in deliberations and communications during the meeting as per Regulation 14C5 and 14D6 of the regulations. Councillor Bromham, are you online and can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you well. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Councillor Bromham. Apologies. We have apologies from Councillor Holly for today, and leave of absence is nil. Applications for leave of absence, councillors, are there any applications? No. 4, declarations of members and officers' personal interest. I have received one from Councillor Coleman, who has an impartiality interest in item 17.3.1. Are there any other declarations of personal interest from either councillors or staff? Nil, thank you. Questions by members of which due notice has been given is nil. Response to previous questions taken on notice is nil. Public question time. Are there any questions from the public? Nil. 8, petitions, deputations and presentations. I'd like to ask Mr Dennis Earnshaw to come forward, please. Dennis, welcome. And he will be giving us an introduction about the Meadow Landings River Ridge Residents Working Group. So welcome, Dennis. Thank you. And if you just turn on that, that's it.
That's
Thank
the
you.
one. Thank you, Madam President, and councillors and Shire staff for letting me have this speak before you today. My name's Dennis Earnshaw. I live in Meadow Landings, which is just off Raymond Road near Treendale, and I come before you representing the community in which we live, and we are the Meadow Landings River Ridge Residents Working Group. We're made up of 7 people, and I'm raising this today because we do have some new members of council today, and I'd just really like you to be aware of who we are so that we can engage with you effectively over the coming weeks. So there's 7 of us, myself. We also have Chris Anane sitting in the gallery today. We also have Ian Went, Brian Hanson, David Hatch, Rod Slynn and John Bowie. So these are all residents within the Meadow Landings area, and we've come together, pushed by the community, to come before you guys and represent some issues that are, well, one particular issue that's before us at the moment. Before I get to it, I'd certainly like to say welcome to the new councillors. Welcome on board, and we look forward to being able to meet with you. Welcome back, Councillor Carboni and Councillor Dixon. It's great to see you back on the team. Our community has been asked to respond to a local structure plan, which is Lot 401 Forest Highway. We've sent in responses. There's been 191 responses from what I've been advised. So that's likely to be over 80% of our community has responded. So we are well engaged and have some good, meaningful thoughts on this proposal. Briefly, they're just asking to bring a design within our community, which is 400 square metres instead of the 4,000 lots. So we're talking about 1/10 of the size. Very contrasting lifestyles, and it's got a high chance of degrading the quality of amenity that we have there. And this is really just at the expense of all the residents that we have within the community. So today's not the day where I'm going to explain everything that we've got concerns about, but rather just to invite the councillors. We have a community meeting on this Sunday at 2 p.m. on Warburton Street Reserve. The community's coming together. We'll be just explaining where's the process at, and we welcome councillors to come and just have a listen to hear what the concerns are, to see how well engaged our community is. We also would like to invite the new councillors and any other councillors to a site visit, which we are tentatively booking for the 6th of November. But again, we'll send out some invites and see how your calendar is looking so that we can explain in detail the concerns that we've got, how it's going to look and how that proposal will impact on our community. With the 6th of November, if that's not available, again, we're also very much open to the idea of coming early to the community meeting on Sunday, and we can certainly go through and have a bit of a site visit prior to the meeting. So that's really all I was asking to be able to present today, and I appreciate the time and thank you for being able to speak to you.
Thank you, Mr Earnshaw. So just confirming that time on Sunday?
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
Yep, on the Warburton Street Reserve.
Yep. Councillors, do we have any other questions or any questions at all? No, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, no other deputations? No. We'll move on to announcements by the presiding member or CEO without discussion. I just have one item, and I just want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the efforts of the Brunswick Ag Society under the leadership of Mr David Power and members of the Brunswick Ag Society Committee, and all the volunteers and community groups that were involved with the Brunswick show that was held last Saturday. Fantastic day. The weather was very kind, and it was lovely to see so many community members and visitors to our region participate in all the activities that the Brunswick show had on offer. So just want to acknowledge the efforts of the Brunswick Ag Society, and they've certainly raised the bar, so we'll see what they can come up with for next year, but well done. CEO, did you have anything? Okay. All right, we'll now move on to the confirmation of minutes, councillors. So we have the first minutes from the ordinary council meeting Tuesday the 16th of September 2025. We've got a officer's recommendation here that they be confirmed as true and correct record. Do I have a mover? Councillor Coleman, thank you. Seconder? Councillor Carboni. Likely to be any discussion? I'll put that to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. Carried 8-0. I'll now move to the special council meeting held on Thursday, the 25th of September. Need confirmation that the minutes are true and a correct record. Do I have a mover? Councillor Carboni, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Dickinson, thank you. Any discussion? Put that to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 8-0, thank you. And of course, the special council meeting that was held on Monday, the 20th of October 2025, confirmation that the minutes are a true and correct record. Do I have a mover? Councillor Coleman, thank you. Seconder, Councillor Morley. Any discussion? I'll put that one to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 8-0. Thank you, councillors. I'd now like to do a procedural motion to bring forward item 12.3.1, which is the proposed naming of the public open space reserve for Meadow Views Estate. Do I have a seconder for that one to bring this item forward? Councillor Dickinson. Any discussion, councillors? I'll put this one to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 8-0. Thank you. We'll move to item 12.3.1. This is the proposed naming of the public open space reserve at Meadow Views Estate in Harvey. We have an officer's recommendation there. Do I have a mover for this one, councillors? Councillor Carboni, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Morley. Councillor Carboni, did you wish to speak? Councillor Morley? Okay. Any speaker against? For? Nothing to say, Councillor Carboni? You sum up? Yep. Thank you, Councillor Carboni. We'll put this one to the vote then. All those in favour? Carried 8-0. Congratulations to the Celesano family. Congratulations. Thank you. All right, we'll now move into the agenda, and we will start with the CEO's report. So I go to item 12.1.1, which is the council recess and meeting schedule. Do I have a mover for this one, councillors? Councillor Coleman, thank you. A seconder, Councillor Dickinson. Likely to be any discussion? Councillor Bromham, did you got your hand up?
I just put it up to move it or second.
Okay, thank you. No discussion? I'll put this one to the vote. All those in favour? You can vote, Councillor Bromham. Thank you. 8-0. Thank you. All right, item 12.1.2, which is the appointments to the committees, council committees, advisory groups and delegate committees for 25-27. I'm going to move that we suspend standing orders, local law, to allow for further consideration of this item and discussion. So do I have a mover for that, please? Well, I've moved it. Do I have a seconder? Councillor Dickinson, thank you. I'll put that one to the vote. All those in favour? Thank you. 8-0. All right, so we'll deal with the nominations for the committees of council. Yes, please. So there's two parts to this officer's recommendation, so we'll deal with both as we go through. Just that if councillors can note that officer's recommendation 2 of 2, we need to appoint the presiding member and deputy presiding members for the audit committee, the behaviour complaints committee, and the Chief Executive Officer Employment Committee. So as we're going through, if we can also confirm those appointments. Yes. Yes, so we will deal with this informally till we're settled on all the appointments, and then we'll bring it back and vote on it formally. Alrighty, so we'll go to the Audit Committee, and we actually require one more person. Am I reading it? One more person, yes. So do I have another councillor who would like to nominate for the Audit Committee who's not there currently? Councillor Hitchcock, thank you, as the deputy. All right, so that is Councillor Morley, Councillor Coleman, myself, Councillor Dickinson, Councillor McCarthy and Councillor Bromham, and the deputy being Councillor Hitchcock. Whilst we're here, can we identify also the presiding member and the deputy? I'm happy. Are there any nominations? I'm happy to nominate or put my name up as the presiding member for the Audit Committee. Do I have a deputy? Someone that happy to put their hand up as Councillor? You're not on there, Craig, but Councillor Bromham, is the deputy presiding member.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you, Councillor Bromham. All right, the Behaviour Complaints Committee. Currently, we have Councillor Morley, myself, Councillor Dickinson, Councillor Holly, Councillor Carboni, and Councillor Hitchcock as one of the deputies. We need 3. Deputy, thank you. And Councillor, you're not on there. It's a bit difficult. I have 3 delegates and 3 deputies. So at the moment we have Councillor Hitchcock and Councillor Carboni as the deputy.
Reduce it to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need 3 delegates.
And 3 deputies.
Well, this is a delegate.
Yeah.
We've got one here. Wendy is a delegate.
Yes. Yeah. Councillor Holly. So that we have Councillor Morley, myself and Councillor Dickinson as delegates, with 3 deputies being Councillor Hitchcock, Councillor Holly and Councillor Carboni. All right, we'll now move on to the CEO employment, presiding member. For that, do I have any nominations for the presiding member out of Councillor Morley and Councillor Dickinson or myself? I'm happy to be the presiding member. If I can have a deputy. Deputy, presiding member. Thank you, Councillor Morley. Okay, thank you. CEO Employment Committee is myself and 4 delegates with 1 deputy, and I think we've oversubscribed on this one. So, a delegate, yep. Delegate. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. We need 1 more delegate out of Councillor Bromham, Councillor Dickinson and Councillor McCarthy. Councillor Bromham. Happy with Councillor Bromham as a delegate. Oh, correction, I've got Councillor Dickinson actually nominated as a delegate. I'm sorry, Councillor Dickinson. So I'll have, oh,
Councillor Morley nominated as a delegate, correct?
yes, so,
President, 4 delegates.
yes, so myself, Councillor Morley, Councillor Coleman, Councillor Dickinson and Councillor Caboni, and Deputy either Councillor Bromham or Councillor McCarthy.
Look, I can withdraw from that.
Pardon, Councillor Bromham?
I can withdraw from that.
You can withdraw. So Councillor McCarthy, you are the deputy. And Councillor Bromham has withdrawn. So we need a presiding member for this one. Anyone wish to nominate for the presiding member out of the delegates? Happy to do that. If I can have a deputy. Councillor Dickinson, thank you as the deputy. Thank you. Alrighty, the Shire of Harvey Bushfire Advisory Committee, we have Councillor Bromham and Councillor Morley, 1 delegate and 1 deputy. Councillor Bromham, you got your hand up as delegate.
Yes, I have. Yep.
And Councillor Morley, are you happy to be the deputy for that one? Absolutely. Thank you. Shire of Harvey Local Emergency Management Committee is generally myself and the Deputy Shire President, and we have the Deputy as Councillor Morley nominated. It's a nice easy one, thank you. The Shire of Harvey and Shire of Dardanup Joint Town Planning Committee, 3 delegates being Councillor Dickinson is nominated, Councillor Caboni and myself, with Councillor Hitchcock as a deputy. We need 1 more deputy, if someone... Thank you. Councillor McCarthy. Thank you very much. We'll move into the advisory groups. Access and Inclusion Advisory Group, look at that, oversubscribed. 1 delegate and 1 deputy. We have Councillor Bromham, Councillor Holly and Councillor McCarthy. Thank you. I will. Yes, yes, thank you. So we need a delegate and the deputy. Councillor Bromham, you got your hand up.
Yeah, I'll stand as a delegate.
Thank you. And we'll have Councillor Holly as the deputy. We'll now move into the Awards, Honours and Prizes Advisory Group. 3 delegates and 1 deputy. So at this stage we have Councillor Dickinson and Councillor Hitchcock as delegates, so we need 1 more. Delegate, thank you, Councillor Coleman. Councillor Caboni has withdrawn. Are you happy to be the deputy, Councillor McCarthy? Thank you. Very good. The Cemetery Advisory Group, oversubscribed again, so there we go. Councillor Caboni is withdrawn. So we have Councillor Dickinson and Councillor Hitchcock as have actually nominated as the 2 delegates, so we may remove Councillor Holly. The Community Sale Training Trust Advisory Group, Councillor Caboni and myself. Deputy, thank you. And I will be the delegate for that one. The Heritage Advisory Group, we have 2 delegates nominated as Councillor Dickinson and Councillor Hitchcock. We're after a deputy for the Heritage Advisory Group. Do we have any nominations? Councillor McCarthy. There you go, you withdraw off 1. We'll put you on the other. Thank you. All right, we'll now move into Lot 208 Youth Inc. Board of Management Committee. We have Councillor Morley and Councillor McCarthy as the deputy. You happy to be the delegate for that? Absolutely. And may I say, it's lovely to see someone from the northern end of the Shire on the on Lot 208 Youth, so that's good. Thank you, Councillor Morley. We'll move on to the Tourism Advisory Group. Councillor Bromham looks happy there. The Tourism Advisory Group. After two delegates, we have Councillor Dickinson and Councillor Hitchcock. Councillor Holly will remove, and Councillor happy to take. Okay, so that reads now Councillor Dickinson and Councillor Hitchcock. We're rolling through these now. Thank you very much. We'll move into the Binning Up Water Sports Centre. Delegate, we have Councillor Dickinson with Deputy Councillor McCarthy. Happy with that? Thank you. Okay. Brunswick River Cottages Management Committee. I've got Councillor Coleman and Councillor Caboni as the two delegates, with Councillor Hitchcock as a deputy. Happy with that? Thank you. Harvey Community Radio. We need one delegate and one deputy. I have, delegate, Councillor Coleman, delegate. Councillor Bromham, are you got your hand up? Are you happy to be the deputy? It's a bit difficult not having Councillor Holly here, so. Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yes, now we can.
Now we go.
Yeah, yeah, good.
Dep. Yeah, but I'm taking. Councillor Bromham as deputy, Councillor Coleman delegate for Harvey Community Radio. Harvey Senior
Yeah,
Sit. Harvey Senior Sit Centre, Councillor Coleman and Councillor Holly. Delegate, and Councillor Holly as the deputy. Thank you. Camerton Industrial Park Coordinating Committee. Thank you, Councillor Caboni. So, Councillor Bromham, you're happy to be the delegate?
Yes, I'm happy with that.
Thank you. And Councillor McCarthy as the deputy. Thank you. Yarloop Workshop Committee. Thank you, Councillor Coleman. Delegate. Do I have a deputy for that position? Thank you. Thank you, Councillor Morley as deputy. Alrighty, partnership committees. We have the Alcoa Harvey Sustainability Fund Advisory Partnership, which is written as myself and the CEO, and we don't need any deputies for that one. Bunbury Harvey Regional Council. I'm after two delegates and a deputy. We have Councillor Dickinson as a delegate. Firstly, after another individual for Bunbury Harvey Regional Council. Councillor Bromham.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Thank you. Councillor McCarthy and Councillor Bromham. For the deputy, I'm here.
Oh, deputy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bromham, isn't it?
You happy to be the deputy, Councillor Bromham?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and councillor McCarthy as a delegate. Thank you. Bunbury Geograph Economic Alliance is myself and generally the Deputy Shire President as the Deputy for the BGEA. The Development Assessment Panel, we have the delegates there, myself and the two deputies, Councillor Bromham and Councillor Dickinson for the DAP. Peel Harvey Biosecurity Committee, the delegate is Councillor Dickinson. I'm after a deputy for that one. I'm looking at Councillor Bromham. No? Councillor Bromham? Thank you, Councillor.
Okay.
Thank you, Councillor Bromham. We're getting there. Oops, sorry. The Parent Naturalist Partnership, Councillor Dickinson as the delegate, Councillor Bromham as the deputy. Regional Road Group, I have Councillor McCarthy as the deputy. Two delegates here. Councillor Bromham. Thank you, Councillor Carboni. So that would read the delegate being Councillor Bromham and the deputy as Councillor McCarthy.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Right, Southwest and Peel Coastal Management Group, Councillor Dickinson as the delegate. I'm after a deputy. And I've lost the screen. Do I have a deputy for the Southwest and Peel Coastal Management Group? Councillor Carboni, thank you. As the deputy. Southwest Zone of Welga is myself and the Deputy Shire President. Thank you. Wager Up Community Consultative Network, Councillor Coleman, delegate. Thank you. And Councillor Dickinson as the deputy. And the Worsley Illumina Community Liaison Committee, Councillor Coleman again as delegate, unless there's anyone else. Thank you. And Councillor Dickinson as the deputy. Thank you, councillors. We got through that one.
I can't hear you anymore.
Councillor Bromham, we're just waiting for the minute taker to fill the gaps before we reinstate standing orders. We're right. All good?
Just change the screen.
Thank you, councillors, and I apologise for that delay, but the minute taker has to make sure that we get everything correct. So I'm just going to move that we reinstate standing orders, if I may. Do I have a seconder, Councillor Carboni? I'll put that one to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 8-0 by absolute majority. Okay, thank you, councillors. We have the officer's recommendation 1 of 2, which we've just worked through. Can I have a mover for those appointments as per the screen, please? Councillor Bromham, thank you. Do I have a seconder? Thank you. Councillor Hitchcock.
Sorry.
So these is for a 2-year term. Oh, what's this one here? That in. Okay, so, sorry, we need an absolute majority. I'll put this one to the vote if there's no discussion. All those in favour? Carried. 8-0, thank you. And the officer's recommendation 2 of 2, which is the appointment of the presiding member and deputy presiding members, as we discussed, require an absolute majority. Do I have a mover? Councillor Carboni, thank you. A seconder, Councillor Coleman. Any discussion? Put it to the vote. All those in favour? Carried by absolute majority, 8-0. Thank you, and thank you for nominating councillors. We'll move this agreement for the Leschenault Sporting Association. We have an officer's recommendation here. Do I have a mover? Councillor Bromham, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Dickinson. Councillor Bromham, did you wish to speak to this one?
I only need to say that I think it's a practical move to actually link the lease with the loan, and I think staff have done an excellent job in bringing this to council.
Thank you. Councillor Dickinson?
I would also like to commend the Leschenault Sporting Association for all their work that they've done in consultation with the staff of the Shire as well. It's been a big process, and I commend them for being fully engaged with the Shire.
Any speakers against? Any further speakers for? Councillor Bromham, right of reply. You wish to say anything further?
No, it's all been said.
Thank you, Councillor Bromham. I'll put this one to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 8-0. Thank you, councillors. Move on to item number 12.1.4, which is the Council Plan Quarterly Report for Q1 2025 to 2026. Two parts here. Firstly, the officer's recommendation 1 of 2 that we receive, the Shire of Harvey Council Plan Quarterly Report. Do I have a mover for that one, please? Councillor Coleman, thank you. A seconder? Councillor Hitchcock. Any discussion, Councillor Coleman? No. Councillor Hitchcock? No. Any speakers against? Put this one to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 8-0. Thank you. Yep, and officer's recommendation 2 of 2 that supports the amending of the wording of the Shire of Harvey Council Plan. Do I have a mover for this one? Thank you, councillors. Councillor Hitchcock, thank you. Seconder, Councillor Dickinson. Likely to be any debate on this one? If not, I'll put it to the vote, needing absolute majority. All those in favour? Councillor Carboni? You're against it? Against. 1 against. Thank you. Carried 7-1. All righty. Infrastructure services is nil. We'll move into sustainable development. We've dealt with item 12.3.1, which was the proposed naming of the public open space. We will now move into corporate services, item 12.4.1, which is the payments for September 2025. Do I have a mover for this one, please, councillors? Councillor Dickinson, thank you. A seconder? I'm happy to second. Thank you. Likely to be any discussion? Councillor Coleman, wait out. I'll go to Councillor Dickinson. Did you wish to say anything? Councillor Coleman. Yes, question?
Thanks, Madam President. In the electronic funds paid, I did send through a query through the CEO to accounts, and I'm just wondering if you could give me an overview, please. The wages and the super seem to be at odds in terms of percentage. Could you just sort of explain, there was 2 line items, could you just explain that to us, please?
CEO through to Mr Winter. Yes. Thank you, Mr Winter.
Thank you, Madam President. In the electronic funds payments, There's two transactions. The first on the 24th of the 9th, 25, that says superannuation for $120,205. That's a typographical error. It should actually read Rec Centre payroll disbursements. And the other one at the bottom of that page on the 10th of the 9th, 25, it says superannuation for $119,511. That's also an error. It should actually read recreation staff payroll disbursements. They will be rectified administratively. The reason they were listed incorrectly is we have a new payroll system. They go through to the bank differently than with the old payroll system. The old payroll system had the salaries and the superannuation separated. For these payments, we had the superannuation included as part of the salaries amounts.
Thank you, Mr Winter. It did look like we were paying somewhere like 27% superannuation, so hence my query. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr Winter. So we've got this officer's recommendation moved by councillor Dickinson, seconded by myself. Are there any other questions or speakers against? We'll put this one to the vote. All those in favour? Carried 8-0. Thank you, councillors. Community and lifestyle is nil. We'll move into the elected members' motions, of which previous notice has been given. Councillor Coleman has a notice of motion. We have a mover. I gather Councillor Coleman for that one. Do I have a seconder for this one? Councillor Morley. Thank you. Councillor Coleman, did you wish, obviously, to speak to this one? Thank you.
Thanks, Madam President. Just wanting to understand, there's been a lot of discussion throughout the whole community, throughout the whole Shire, about the installation of the heritage signs. They appear to be, you need to have excellent eyesight to be able to read them, and some of them were placed in disadvantaged type areas. So just looking to understand the costs and how we came to the decisions on where all of those were, where they were placed and why they were placed where they were, some of them being on private land. So yeah, just looking to have a full understanding of the cost and the ramifications of that. Thank you.
Councillor Morley is the seconder.
No, Councillor Coleman's covered.
Thank you. Any speakers against? Councillor Bromham?
Just a clarification, when Councillor Coleman was talking about their locations, is she talking about the locations being inclusive, i.e. allowing people with wheelchairs and other disabilities to be able to access those locations?
Councillor Coleman?
Thanks, Councillor Bromham. Some of the locations were in fact not to the best location, in that they could have caused an accident, and some of the locations I've had landowners ask me why they had a sign put on their land. So just looking to understand how the placement came about.
Okay, thank you.
Any speaker against? I'll speak against, in that I can understand where Councillor Coleman has some concerns. I just wish to say that I've received absolutely positive comments from the community in relation to this particular project, and perhaps this sort of request may have been dealt with operationally, so perhaps it could have been dealt with going through to the CEO to answer these particular concerns or issues that Councillor Coleman has raised here. I'm cognizant of the amount of time that it would take staff in order to prepare a report as such to come back to council. To the best of my knowledge, there was one that had to be relocated, and that was achieved without too much difficulty. And in regards to the cost of it, I actually went back and had a look at the two budgets. They're both in the last two financial year budgets, and of course the budgets were endorsed by council. So I see this as being an excellent project and has been well received by the community members that I have spoken to. And as I said, I'm very cognizant of the additional workload on a project that's already been rolled out. It may have had a few little hiccups on the rollout, but staff have addressed those, and I see it as overall a positive project for the Shire. Any speakers for? Any further speakers against? Councillor Dickinson?
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I've received very positive feedback in these heritage trails. The feedback I've received has been that they've been long overdue and that it's been fantastic to have them be established, updated and promoted. I've also spoken to some of the people that have been involved in the process that were in the local history groups, and they were involved in providing feedback to the staff. There were questions raised about some of the localities, but the priority was to try and make the signage be in as safe a spot as possible, but also as close to the relevant site as possible as well. So I probably am a little bit more knowledgeable about this due to my interest in the heritage of the Shire, and I do not have any concerns with the way that it has been conducted, so I will be voting against this motion.
Thank you, Councillor Dickinson. Any speaker for? Any speaker against? Councillor Coleman. Councillor Morley, you reserved your right. Did you wish to say anything? Or did you already speak?
No, thank you, I'm fine.
Thank you. Councillor Coleman, thank you.
Wait
out. Sorry, Councillor. Councillor Bromham, did you wish to speak for or against?
Yeah, I'll speak against. The reason I speak against it is because I believe, as the President has said, that this could have been dealt with internally. It didn't have to go through council, and there would be a cost here, which obviously is staff time, but also burdens the ratepayer unnecessarily. So I'll vote against it on those grounds.
Any other speakers for, against? Councillor Coleman, over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Madam President. Just to address a couple of those issues. Yes, there might be a little bit less time to not bring a report to council, but there would still be staff time to investigate these questions. The reason it was brought to council was because it wanted to be in the public domain. And yes, I could have asked the questions through the CEO, and the public that keep asking me about this would not have had an answer. Some of those sites are not wheelchair friendly. Some of the sites were in fact unsafe. Perhaps through the President we could ask, did we get permission in writing from ARC Infrastructure to erect the sign there? And did we get permission from Harvey Lodge to erect it on their land, which is neither wheelchair friendly either? So happy to have some of those questions answered, but that's the reason it was raised, because there were significant questions and some of those sites were plain dangerous.
Thank you, Councillor Coleman. Okay, we'll put this one to the vote. All those in favour? In favour? Against? Councillor Morley, did you vote? Against? Okay, lost 1-7. Thank you. Notice of motion for the following week, and I think we've got this one out there already. So, Councillor Caboni, thank you for the next meeting.
Yeah, there's just a slight amendment on point 1. The relevant section is 2.4, not 2.5, on Mr. Putland's advice. Yeah, through email.
We'll make that administrative change. Thank you, Councillor Caboni. Alrighty, reports of members. Councillors, do we have anyone that wishes to make any reports of members? Councillor Coleman.
Thanks, Madam President. Just so that it's an accurate record and not perhaps misinterpreted in the press in coming days, South 32 are in verbal discussions with some of their staff about some redundancies, some voluntary redundancies and movement of staff into other roles so that they can continue to support the majority workforce and community. That will be happening during this week. It's happening yesterday and today, and they will be putting out a public statement a little bit later. But to be assured, South 32 are in a good position. They'll continue to be in a good position, and they're trying very, very hard to look after their current workforce and their workers. So that's a public statement at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Coleman. Councillor Dickinson.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. I would just like to thank the Shire staff that attended the Brunswick Agricultural Show on Saturday with the marquee. I was there on and off a couple of times during the day, and it was very well responded to, especially the mosquito repellent. So thank you to all the staff that, you know, gave up their time on a Saturday to man that stall. I think it was a very good opportunity to get the word out and promote what the Shire does. Thanks.
Thank you, Councillor Dickinson. Any more councillors? No, thank you. All right, we'll now move behind closed doors. We have a couple of confidential reports, so if I can have a mover to go. Item 16 is nil. Thank you, minute taker. I have a mover to go behind closed doors. Councillor Morley, thank you. Seconder, Councillor Coleman. Put that to the vote. All those in favour? Carried. 8. Right. Welcome back those people that have been online and wondering where we've been for the last hour or so. Behind closed doors, we've made a number of decisions, and I'll quickly go through those. Item 17.1.1, Council has agreed in relation to the tender for the Harvey Bulls change room extension. Item 17.1.2, Council has agreed to award the contracts for the LLC air handling and heat pump replacement project. Item 17.2.1, Council has approved the request for funding to remove the non-conforming organic material. Item 17.3.1, the proposed prosecution. That item has now been deferred to come back to Council at a later stage. And item 17.4.1 in regards to awarding the tender for the lighting upgraded at Oval 1 at Leschenault Rec Park. Council has agreed to award the tender to Burgess Enterprises Australia, trading as Kalamunda Electrics. Thank you, councillors, for your participation and staff. And having said that,